Yes, people, what is going on? Obviously, massive talking point today. The England team has been announced for the World Cup 2026. I'm joined by Cameron Duggan. Before we say hello to him, let's run through this squad. We have got Jordan Pickford, Dean Henderson and James Trafford as our goalkeepers. We've got Reece James, Jed Spence, Jarell Quansah, Tino Livramento, Dan Burn, a surprise inclusion, Konsa. We have also then got Mark Gahey, can't believe it, but Stones makes it in, and Nico O'Reilly. Then moving into midfield, we have got, can't believe I'm saying it, Jordan Henderson, Kobbie Mainoo, Elliot Anderson. We've then got Rice, Rodgers, Eze and Bellingham, with the forwards being Saka, Rashford, Madueke, Gordon, Watkins, Tony, and of course, Captain Harry Kane. Cameron, let's go to you first. Surprise names in this list. Where do you want to start?
Definitely Jed Spence as one of them.
I cannot believe that you get someone who is in a relegation scrap, genuine every chance of going down, makes it into an England squad.
Yeah, unless Thomas Tuchel really likes him and he's thinking of playing with a back five, like with wing backs, where I think Jed Spence is strongest, then I don't see why you'd want to pick him. Plus, no Lewis Hall.
Yeah, can't believe about that either.
Noni Madueke in with the forwards over Palmer, Foden. Okay, having their best season, but what exactly has Madueke done this year as well? Ivan Toney is probably the most out of the strikers who people will be looking their eyes at a bit more. But he's got, 53 goals and assists this season. Okay, it's Saudi League, but he has been prolific. And I love Henderson for Liverpool.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of it.
Be anywhere near the England squad over, Adam Wharton.
I think the thing with England, I think that people always seem to forget is the fact that we are absolutely, bombarded with forward attacking talent. We really are. So you look at all these lists and in years gone by, you would have the squads come out and you would have 13 forwards, but only 5 midfielders, because a lot of these players are attacking minded. That's the only thing I'd say in defence of Jordan Henderson, because again, he's not going to, push the ball forward and progress it massively. That's not his role, and that's something that he will do very well, is just keep the ball ticking rather than being worried about scoring goals. So maybe that is a very good and very valid reason for having him in.
I'm thinking that, just to cut you off,
go on.
With Henderson, I don't think he's going to see much of the pitch during the World Cup unless it's the last.
But with all due respect, why the hell do you take him then? I get what you're saying, to sort of see out the game, but I want to go and win this competition. I don't want to go and see it out, and unless we come around to a World Cup final, he just keeps the ball for 20 minutes. Absolutely fine. But I want to go and win this competition. And I think that there's probably more inspiring players than having someone like Jordan Henderson, Madueke, Dan Burn even as well. I know obviously it was a late shout, but there was also a real consideration to throw Levi Colwill in as a left-footed centre-back for Dan Burn. I think across the board, other than maybe the goalkeepers, I think there's probably slight improvements that you could make across this whole squad. The big names are all in there, bar 2 really, which of course is Phill, Foden and Cole Palmer. But for me, I look at the forwards and I go again with Madueke would be the obvious one for me, but we haven't really got that many right wingers as such. So in terms of Saka and Madueke will just replace each other, but surely we should be having someone like Cole Palmer or Phill Foden. I know Foden hasn't been great this year, and I know there's a lot of people that were arguing the case for him not to go at all. But even players like, with all due respect, Morgan Gibbs-White has had, a weird sort of season, but is still putting in performances and still scoring goals. Is that not more impressive than having someone like Madueke or someone like Dan Burn, who are very much just at clubs that have gone through the motions this year? Obviously Madueke has won a league title, but still, he has gone through the motions.
I think, Gibbs-White should have been in the squad as well. I think, he's been in a relegated team, a relegated threatened team, but it's he's still been putting in all the performances, and he's probably the main reason why they're staying up as well. But yeah, I'm looking at the team. I'm thinking, right, who's actually going to start now? And just quick about Henderson, I reckon
that-
he's also there just because of the experience of previous tournaments and his leadership skills. I think that's one of the main reasons why he's managed to go. I don't mind it as a pick then, but then it's like you're still getting him ahead of Wharton, Gibbs-White, who young, hungry, and, you know, can make a difference as well. Like, this is the main thing I'd be thinking about, who can actually make a difference in the team if they're called upon, whether it be starting or coming off the bench. And I think those two would have had a bigger impact than what Henderson would have had. And I'm just looking at.
I think they've also got legs as well, where Henderson hasn't got that. You know, again, don't get me wrong, playing very well for Brentford and is a very good footballer in his own right. I just think when you go into a country or three countries, two of which are very well known for the heat, well, you've got to have people that are physically fit, and I just have a real question about someone like Jordan Henderson, and there is others as well, being able to deal with that. I know they're all professional footballers, but it's a very different thing when you're in that environment. But that is going to round up this video for us for today. Thank you very much for joining me, Cameron. It is a fantastic World Cup squad with a lot of attacking talent, and we will be there to cover it all. So make sure you check out all of our social medias, and make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube as well to see all of our content around the World Cup. Take care. Stay safe, and come on, England.